The Aberdeen International Youth Festival is located in Aberdeen, Scotland, a beautiful city. The festival is about the arts. It celebrates the arts. It celebrates all aspects of the visual and performing arts. There are so many different countries from around the world that take part. What happens there is that there are performances that happens over a period of 2.5 weeks.
So it's only left for me to bid you a final welcome, and please enjoy your time here at AIYF and in the northeast of Scotland, as I know we will enjoy having you here.
Beginning of that festival, when they played the opening, which is a concert of all the national anthems of the world, I think it's just such a beautiful concept. You know, and then the Bahamas stand, because we were first out the gate basically. They went in alphabetical order and we were first. And we had one of our girls, Shinor Browns, carried the flag. She bear the flag, she carried the flag. She had to stand there for a very long time because of all of those countries. But she stood there for a very long time, and you know, one of the things she talked about very much was her, that flag meant so much to her. And she talked about what her mother taught her about the flag and how it shouldn't touch the ground and all that sort of thing, and you're never supposed to let that happen, and that was amazing.
I wouldn't let the flag touch the ground, because at first at rehearsals and stuff they just had them, you know, it's like you could put it down on the floor, and I was like, pull it this way, put it to the side, because I wasn't letting that touch the ground. Like the choreos who they didn't really take for their country, so it wasn't as, you know, that much. It didn't.
And you did not let that flag touch the ground. Tell me why you didn't let that flag touch the ground.
Because that's disrespectful. With my shoes. That was. Let me teach me that. We don't do that for you.
That's your flag.
Yes.
And he should be. No, that's a flag. That's a flag.
The national anthem was wonderful with a full orchestra playing it. And that was great. All the time.
I think like Norwegians are really happy people.
Scottish,
yeah. And yes, the Scottish people, they have like really positive attitudes towards everything.
For example, the kids talk about one of the conversations I kind of walked into one time ago. They were talking about the persons from Burundi. You know, I mean, God, Bahamas here, Burundi there. You know, that's deep. You know, that's far. You know, I never heard of it. Some of them never heard of it. But to actually sit with them, talk with them. Most of the persons there at the festival found persons from the Bahamas very friendly. Found us very friendly. They found the work that we do very unique. So that kind of attracted. That was a kind of an attraction. But just the talking about the conversation, the aspect of them sitting and talking and finding out about the countries. Oh, we're not that different. We're similar in this way. We're different in this way. That sort of thing. And it helps the opening of the mind. Some of us tend to think that the Bahamas is just the only place in the world, but there are other places. And so this was the opportunity to actually experience another, I wouldn't say existence, but you know, just through, you know, just conversating with the different countries. Norway, kids from Norway had happy feet. I think the kids became very close with some of the kids from Norway and Prague. You know, those, you know, the same opportunity to share the same dressing room space and be in the same theater and that sort of thing. Just the exchange of information for the kids. That was, you know, very important.
Sesame Street. Go ahead.
being here is a lot different than being at home. Like, the theaters and all that, they're just different. They're bigger, and everyone's ready for us to come. And we're growing as we are here. Simone, I know, has grown a lot, and we're all growing as well as we're on this trip, and we're experiencing how we have to adjust to different stages. Like the one at Finhorn, it sort of looks like a food pyramid, so you have to adjust to that one. And His Majesty's Theatre, their stage is rigged, so that means it slants a little. So it really doesn't feel that way, but I could tell. I looked at it. And I just like going from stage to stage and being on stage. I think it's wonderful.
You have to apply, but it's an audition process. They don't just accept you just because you want to attend the festival. You have to be, of course, you're viewed by their people, their board, and of course they have a level that you must be at. And so if you're not at that level, then you could be rejected. Fortunately for us, the first time we went, they were fascinated by the Bahamas in terms that some people didn't know where the Bahamas was, but when they saw what it is that we had to offer, they were fascinated by the colors of some of our costume. They were fascinated. We even sent clips of Junkanoo. They were also fascinated by the colors of Junkanoo, and then they were also fascinated by the variety of work that we presented. That we were not only a folk company, but we also presented modern pieces, contemporary modern pieces, and it was very different. We were very different than a lot of the companies that attend. So a festival like this provides, it opens many doors, you know, and that's exactly what it does. And for the dancers, for the actual artists involved in the festival, it allows them the opportunity to grow.
Okay, my comparison is between the theaters over here and our 1.5 theater. They're quite different from the ones we have at home. They are much more equipped, and like they're actually ready for us to perform. Like the seating especially, everyone has a comfortable seat. They're able to see the performances well. The stage is smooth. It's like they ensure that our safety is a first priority. Like we just came from a meeting. They told us about all the fire exits with the procedures that they have. Whereas iron curtain drops down and we know that's when we exit the building. They tell us where to meet and everything. They're quite organized and timely, especially. The dressing rooms are another thing. They are equipped with this sound box where we can hear what's going on throughout the show. We can hear when it's our call to come in, so that the wings don't get crowded and someone trips over something. The people here, they admire us in the sense that we're artists. They understand how hard it is, the training we go through to actually get on stage and perform. They appreciate it. They don't just come on, see a little joker, because we don't joker, and just call it a day. Like it actually gives them a lasting impression of who we actually are. And it's a different experience, and it's quite, it's inspiring.
I cried last night when I was doing Mary.
We performed with Happy Feet last night, and I think the show went well. We were well received. Like she said, also we had an emotional moment with one of our artists here, Simone. Simone, yes. I didn't get to see it, but I saw her as she came off the stage, and she was weeping. Yeah, she was really weeping. I didn't know what was going on. I thought she had gotten hurt or something, but she was emoting. You know, she felt the piece, she felt the choreography, and she, you know, I think she became a true artist last night.
The Happy Feet people was like really happy.
So we were really well received, and whatever level they wanted to put dance on, the Bahamas was right there with it. You know, the Chinese came with something. We were able to present something that's also modern and contemporary. The people from Prague came, they presented their work and all the release techniques and all the different things. The Bahamians came there, and they were also able to present the same quality of work. As a Bahamian, if you were in the theater watching these kids perform, you could not help but feel very proud, because those kids are at a level that you would have just you would not believe it yourself. And you know us, we like to you know, when it come down to it now, and we need to show somebody something, we put everything into it. And so beyond the gift that they already had, they added more to it, because they were just excited to be there, and they just wanted to show what the Bahamas was just well received. It was just magnificent.
Like the management of like the shows and stuff, they have better communication. Like back home, people just be like, okay, do this, like screaming at each other. But here they communicate with one another. Everybody talks in a calm tone. Nobody's shouting, they ain't screaming. Everybody know where they're supposed to be. They know what they're supposed to do. They have everything straightforward and planned out.
Each person is for one
Yes.
person. Like our couriers are the only ones who will talk to the stage director or whatever. We don't go there personally. It's a protocol basically.
Yeah,
You have to know
they have
your
a
place.
process for everything.
It's very stress-free. It makes you really relax.
Yeah.
It makes you really relax for the shows. Not a lot of yelling and getting you all tense and anxious for the show. You can be relaxed and stuff. So just do what you gotta do.
Boy, this professionalism, the kids that was one of their things. They were really amazed at, you know, everything. The theater, the kids talk about the professionalism that they don't experience here. They talk about, you know, how the technicians work together, how everybody worked together. You know, one of them said something about shouting and stuff. Nobody's shouting at nobody. Everybody's working together. Everybody know their job, that sort of thing. And they treat you a certain way. Believe you me, they understand how the arts. They understand artists. They understand how things are supposed to run, and so they cater to you. And then, of course, when you come home, it's a culture shock. You know, it's just too amazing. But in terms of time, you know, Europeans have a thing with time. You know, I would, you know, in the morning, my schedule will be, I will get up, and first thing I will have to do is they will come and they'll pick me up and take me to the theater, where I will sit down and talk to the technicians exactly what I want, and then I go back there, and after that, I don't have one word to say, because they're not looking at what you're doing as as just doing, you know, this is their job. These people are persons who've actually gone to universities and learned about lighting and learned about sound, you know, the protocol, you know. In terms of the hospitality and food, well, we lived at a place called Hillhead, which is a campus of the University of Aberdeen. A lot of Bahamians have actually attended that university. But we lived and we slept in wonderful accommodations. The cafeteria food wasn't what they expected, but the kids, like I tell them, you can't go to Europe and expect to get bamboo shack. But of course, you know what was on their mind. When we get back to Nassau, I get a bamboo shack. I can stop off by our king, I mean conch and that kind of thing. That, you know, that sort of thing. But it was something different. And I said, you know, just appreciate it, accept it. That's what it is. This is the way they do it. But the food, everything was fine. Hospitality, fine. Living accommodation, fine. These people know how to make it comfortable.
Coming to Scotland, being here for the second time, you realize that the Europeans have a greater respect for artists and persons in the arts, merely because they understand the value of the arts and they understand the fact that any child or person inside of the arts is better educated and better, more sociable, I should say, because of the fact that you have to interact with other people and you are able to use your brain. And that is why I think they respect persons of the arts more. Unlike home in the Bahamas, whereas it is, if you are a dancer, you're a dancer, and so what? I think there's someone who says, you know how civilized a nation is by the way that they treat their artists and their old people and their children. And at this point, we have missed out on the part of the way that we treat our arts. We treat our old people and children well, but our arts we treat like crap.